It was a normal Tuesday morning when I first noticed something was wrong. I went to transfer some money online for a few bills, only to discover that my bank accounts were empty. Every single one. My heart skipped a beat. I checked again. No mistake. My balance was zero. Panic surged through me, and I immediately logged into my statements. The transactions were deliberate, calculated. Large sums moved systematically over the past few weeks, withdrawals I hadn't authorized, transfers I hadn't initiated. And then, a note in one of the memo sections caught my eye, "See you soon, L&M." My stomach dropped. L, it had to be my sister, Lena. And M, her boyfriend. I felt a mix of disbelief and betrayal. Lena and I had grown up together. She was my younger sister, the one I had protected, guided, and trusted with everything. How could she do this? How could she not only steal from me but also betray me so openly? I immediately called her, but her phone went straight to voicemail. I tried her boyfriend's number. Dead. Suspicious. Gone. The reality hit me like a punch. She had planned this, executed it flawlessly, and disappeared. I was devastated. The house felt emptier than it ever had before. Every memory of our childhood, every laugh and argument replayed in my mind, but now tinted with betrayal. How could the person I trusted most become the one to destroy me financially, emotionally, and mentally all at once? For hours, I sat on the couch, staring blankly at the wall, trying to process what had happened. Anger bubbled beneath the surface, but it was tinged with helplessness. I didn't know where they were, what they were planning, or if they would ever be caught. I felt trapped in a nightmare I couldn't wake up from. Then my phone rang. I didn't recognize the number, and part of me hesitated before answering. But something inside me, a tiny spark of hope or perhaps curiosity, made me swipe. "Hello?" I said cautiously. A familiar voice, calm but urgent, filled the line. "It's me," the voice said. My heart raced, unsure whether it was Lena, M, or someone else entirely. Then I realized, it was a bank investigator. "We've traced the transfers. You're not as vulnerable as you think." I blinked, unsure what he meant. I don't understand." "Everything's gone." "Not everything," he replied. "We've been monitoring unusual activity after you reported the unauthorized transfers. The moment Lena and her boyfriend tried to move the money abroad, our alert system flagged it. We were able to freeze the transfers before they could reach their accounts." A mixture of relief and disbelief flooded me. I had felt powerless, devastated, and yet here was a lifeline, a chance to regain control. "So, you stopped them?" I asked, voice trembling. "Yes," he said. "All the funds have been secured. And more than that, we've traced their current location. They're on the move, but we have law enforcement involved. You'll get your money back, and they'll be held accountable." I sank back into the couch, letting the words wash over me. The devastation that had gripped me for hours, maybe even days, started to lift. My sister, the person I had trusted most, had tried to ruin me, but justice was catching up faster than I had imagined. After hanging up, I felt a surge of clarity. Lena and her boyfriend had underestimated me, underestimated the systems in place, and underestimated the consequences of their actions. Their overconfidence had been their downfall. And as I looked around my apartment, the familiar comfort of my home felt renewed, like the nightmare had finally cracked open to reveal a path forward. That night, I sat down and reflected. Betrayal cuts deep, especially when it comes from family, but sometimes even the deepest wounds can reveal resilience. I realized I had been devastated, yes, but I had also survived. And the moment my phone rang, everything shifted, from despair to hope, from chaos to control, from helplessness to empowerment. The next morning, the authorities called again. Lena and her boyfriend had been located, and their accounts frozen. Legal actions were being taken immediately. I wasn't just getting my money back, I was reclaiming my sense of security, my dignity, and the belief that betrayal, no matter how close, doesn't have to destroy you. Looking back, the devastation I initially felt was real, but it had also blinded me to the fact that help was already on the way. Sometimes, it takes the calm voice on the other end of the phone, the careful intervention of people who know the system, to remind you that no one, not even a loved one turned traitor, can truly ruin you if you have the right tools and patience. By the end of the week, my accounts were fully restored. Lena and her boyfriend were being pursued legally, and the sense of betrayal had begun to fade into a lesson learned, a reminder that trust must be earned and that even the deepest wounds can be healed when the right support is in place. That single phone call changed everything. It turned devastation into hope, despair into action, and betrayal into a lesson in resilience. And as I hung up, I realized something profound. Sometimes, the darkest moments in life are just the prelude to the most powerful comebacks.